Hi, Dave Scotland for cgswat.com and welcome to another tutorial. Today we're going to take a look at multi-sub-object materials in 3D Studio Max, and they're very useful, especially if you're working in a larger pipeline and you have multiple people working on a project. When you create a model in 3D Studio Max, it has to be materialed or textured, and by having a multi-sub-object material for all of the objects within either a character or a more complex model, you can use a sub-object material type to basically include all of the materials in the one material within the material editor. And that way you can send the file, and when they open it up at the other end, it only has the one material associated with it. It's much easier to control your materials and to access them and to keep them organized. So let's get started. I've got this very simple character here, and we'll be using this character in some future workshops for rigging and a little bit of animation stuff as well. But for now, I just want to break it up into some very simple materials, and I'm going to use a sub-object material type. So the hotkey for bringing up your material editor is M. And if we bring that up, you may not see your material editor look quite like this one here. You may in fact look like this, which is the slate editor. Now I'm from an old school 3D Studio Max background, and the slate is a new addition, very similar to the Maya way of using materials, but I find it much easier to use what you have learnt with, and in this instance the compact material editor is the way to go. So you can just switch back to the compact material editor, and at the moment this character has one materials assigned to every object within the character, and you don't necessarily have to do that, but it just helps me when I'm modeling characters to keep a uniform material. So what we're going to do is set up a multi-sub-object material here, and I'm just going to select a new material swatch, click on standard. This brings up our material map browser, and I'm just going to bring up my materials and select the multi-sub object. And double click, and it asks if it wants to discard, and we want to discard old materials. So we go OK. So here's our fresh multi-sub object material, and what I'm going to do with that is start to set up